I'm teaching you how to literally eat as much as you want and still lose weight. I would not have survived that kind of weight loss without eating as much as I want.
Heard me on the radio. True. But you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what your girlfriends mention.
Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another full week meal prep. High protein, low calorie because I'm currently in a calorie deficit. We do this every single week because my body transformed eating high protein meals, and meal prepping for the full week has been changing the game for me. So if you're not subscribed, definitely hit that little button right there and subscribe so you don't miss a week. I need to get my life together because I just came from vacation for a few days for my aunt's wedding. We had a blast and now we're back and we're locking all the way in. But guess what? We were still getting our 10K steps. If you guys don't know, we're in the middle of our 12-week challenge with me and about 20 to 30 other girls. And they were definitely motivating me to still get my steps in on vacation. We were still working out, still doing it. I really did have a blast, but now I'm happy to be back in the normal routine. Here are the meals we are making today, all coming from my new cookbook that just released. The reviews have been stellar. People have been loving them, trying the recipes. You guys know my meal prep meals are coming directly from that cookbook. And again, if you've bought it, thank you so much for the support. I cannot believe the support I had in the first week of dropping that book. That is actually insane. Gymshark is not playing with these fall releases for the tracksuits. I wore this tracksuit on vacation and everybody was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Like, I've never received as many compliments as I have on this one. I love it. This is the piece that's really worth it, you guys. Just a fly tracksuit two-piece. You get in your hot girl walk. Like, this is actually really fly. I really love this. So you already know what code to use if you want to save some cash. Other than that, let's get into these groceries. Boneless, skinless chicken. If you guys don't know, the angle of my cookbook is high volume eating. A lot of my videos have gone viral about this because I'm teaching you how to literally eat as much as you want and still lose weight. If you're not volume eating, what are you doing? I would not have survived that kind of weight loss without eating as much as I want. These meals are high volume meals that will actually have you full and that are actually tasty and actually make you feel like losing weight can be fun. For our chicken stir fry, I bought 3 of these bags to really load up on the veggies, and honestly, I probably could have did more. And if this is your first video, you don't know what high volume is, feel free to screenshot this. This is directly a page from the cookbook. I spend the first few pages kind of explaining what high volume eating is. I mean, I have video tutorials, you have macros, count, everything is there for you in the cookbook. We have some celery because we're gonna be doing our cheesy dip. I'm really excited about that. Coleslaw, which is another way to beef up your meals. I love chia seeds, another video that went viral on TikTok. Why? Because first of all, chia seed water was trending and I was so happy it was because I actually do love chia seeds. It's a great fiber source, but these are really great for feeling satiated because it's high in fiber. So I love incorporating chia seeds into a weight loss trend, just into my diet in general. We have chopped kale, 3 bags of that, again for our high volume breakfast. So we're adding a lot of volume to all these meals. We have the stir fry mix, the coleslaw for the dip, and then we have the kale for breakfast. We're doing potatoes added into our breakfast as well because this is one of my most infamous recipes. Last time I did this, I didn't add the potatoes. This is the meal that everyone recreates. I don't blame y'all. I always have to travel to get my hands on this. Y'all know a lot of my recipes, I use the fat-free cheese. This is the Kraft. I get both the cheddar and the mozzarella. 45 calories, 9 grams of protein, basically slashing those calories in half. I always get 2 packs of each whenever I get these because it is kind of hard to get your hands on this. Teriyaki marinade and sauce. Need to re-up on hot sauce, ketchup. Turkey bacon for breakfast. You have some bell peppers. This is gonna be for the dip. Gonna get straight into this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's do this. Sometimes it's hard to tell so. Alright guys, I like to start off with my seasoning just to get them back in the cabinet, avoiding cross-contamination, just getting it over with. I'm weighing out all this chicken. Over 2,000 grams of chicken is crazy, but we're gonna go ahead and wash and season the chicken, and then I'm gonna air fry them. So that's why I have the aluminum foil back there. And I love this little double-sided air fryer. I use the Match Cook air fry in about 18 minutes, so it's tender enough to shred. Then I usually put it back in for a couple of minutes. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and start on our basmati rice. We're using about 160 grams of that. Shout out to basmati rice. Y'all know I love basmati rice. Our cheesy chicken dip definitely needs some chips, quote unquote, paired with that. So we're using celery and bell pepper to act as our chips, and it is really so good. Our rice came out amazing. I used to get the little cups of rice, the minute rice, being lazy, but now I finally learned how to cook it. But we're gonna use this chicken shredder, and we're gonna go ahead and shred that chicken. Yes, it really does work, and it is so good. look at how much chicken we shredded. I was not going to be able to do this without that chicken shredder, at least not in a timely manner. So shout out to that chicken shredder. We are cutting up our potatoes for our breakfast, weighing them out. Y'all, breakfast potatoes are actually lower in calorie than people think. Mind you, this is spread across 5 days, but honestly, if you're afraid of eating potatoes and rice at this point, I've taught you nothing. So I'm going to use the wet paper towel trick for the potatoes. We are pairing that with the bacon, of course, for our scramble. And I'm going to go ahead and actually put these in the oven. And because the air fryer was being occupied, now this is how it comes out after the paper towel trick, and then we're going to put them in the air fryer. Now we are cleaning, weighing out our kale, and we're going to add some seasoning to that as well. Now we're going to separate our chicken half and half. So half is going to be for the stir fry, of course, and the other half is going to be for the cheesy chicken dip. So this half for the stir fry, I'm adding the veggies, and I had to break it up into 2 pots because, again, like I said, we use so much chicken. We're using some cottage cheese to beef up the protein, and we're going to mix that with the teriyaki marinade, blend that up so it's a nice smooth texture, and then add that to our dish. This came out really, really good. Now we're gonna take our cream cheese for our cheesy chicken dip, our fat-free cheese, both the mozzarella and the cheddar, and we're using coleslaw to stretch it. This is another video that did really well that people really enjoyed, using that coleslaw to really stretch it out and make a large serving. Take some clean kitchen scissors, cut that bacon in there, mix everything all together. This is one of my favorite breakfasts of all time. Pair with some ketchup, and I did end up adding an egg to this, y'all. I know it's a no egg recipe, but I like my eggs. Now we're gonna go ahead and start plating everything. This is my favorite part. This looked like the cutest little lunch snack plate. I really enjoyed having this for lunch, and I did end up adding more buffalo to this for each day. Now we're gonna go ahead and do our little popcorn edamame mix. So just a little crunchy snack. We have some protein in there with the edamame. Edamame is super underrated when it comes to popcorn. Like, the macros on that are insane. This meal prep is about to go down this week, y'all. Down. All right, guys, we are finally done. I'm so happy to be done with this week's meal prep. Very proud of myself. We have lots of color here. That's why I told you guys, bell peppers are kind of like always in this. I always have me a bell pepper in the mix is what I'm noticing. I love a good bell pepper. But this is one of my infamous recipe, this potato, kale, bacon. I'm telling you guys, as a spinach girly for breakfast, my mom, actually shout out to my mom, the goats, she told me to try kale instead of spinach with this, and a game changer. And don't just trust my word, trust everybody else's word that have tried this recipe. This is of course a recipe in the book, which people have been loving, so you definitely want to grab that. This meal prep is amazing, extremely high volume, extremely high protein, because we use a little bit more chicken than we usually use for 5 days, but I'm not mad at it. More protein, the better. I added chia seed water to the mix this week, so we just did 2 because I wasn't really sure how good chia seed water is prepping it, but then I googled after and it was like it's good for about 5 to 7 days as long as it's stored properly. I did want to find a way to put chia seeds back into my diet, you guys. I freaking love chia seeds. There's a reason why chia seeds have gone viral just in general. High fiber, just really good for you. Comment down below what you're meal prepping this week. I'm really curious. If you got the cookbook, drop down below your favorite recipe or a recipe that you're excited to try. I'm really excited for this week's meal prep. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do have gratitude for you taking the time out to watch, to comment, support in any type of way. I appreciate you all, and have a great rest of your day or night. Bye, guys.